Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining me on my channel to talk about some art. In this picture, I used Wet n Wet to do the sky and the trees and the ground cover that's behind the flowers. I really liked how both turned out. It's a really good method of having something blurry in the background, and so whatever you paint in the foreground looks very crisp and in focus. These flowers are, well, by now they probably were, I should say. They were at my parents' house, which is kind of a theme. My parents have a lot of plants that I like to take pictures of, and these were by their mailbox. I'm not sure what type of flower they are. They were almost frozen. Not with literal ice, but they looked like they had been windswept. Just very rigid in their kind of blown shape. You can see it more with the flower on the right in my painting, where the very much pushed forward, and it looks like it's just being blown by the wind. What drew my attention to these flowers was the contrast between the colors of the flowers, which were very light. I went a little darker, which is so easy to do, with the colors that I put on these flowers, but they're really very pink and very white, with little browning at the end of the petals. But the leaves, I painted them a purple, but really they were very, very, very dark, almost like a browny black. So the contrast in the plant really drew my attention, and just its shape. I don't know what Leo wants. He's over there meowing. I've already given him food and water for the morning. Who knows? Although I think I always feel like I should have left more spaces white when I do flowers. I'm still quite happy with how these flowers turned out. I think they're really pretty, and I do think I managed to get a lot of different contrast in the different flowers themselves. And I think I did a pretty good job of leaving all of these spaces light while keeping or adding layers of darker color to the kind of the inside of the leaf or the leaves, because there's several. But even still, I would probably go back, and I still might do this, of going back and adding even a more darker value with the leaves just to see how far I can push it. Hey, Marsh. There you go. Marcy's with me now. She just jumped up. I really tried to take the flowers one petal at a time to kind of give it the attention. And I am really happy with the amount of white that I did leave on a lot of petals. I do feel like I could have taken a bit more time to plan out a few places a little better, but I am happy with the end result overall. But I think I mentioned earlier that these flowers are definitely more white than how I portrayed them. But they were also very, what would be the right word? Their petals, by the time I got the picture of the flowers, they had probably been in bloom for a few weeks. If they even lasted that long, I'm not sure. But they looked like they had kind of been through a storm a little bit. So the petals were very kind of mangled a little. They were very folded in on themselves, and there was just a lot of, they almost looked like ribbons of just little petally flesh in some instances, and I tried to get that with the brown on some of the petals on the highest bloom of the ones I'm painting at the moment. And that was just really, it was not easy to portray. But I think the flowers that I painted are very nice. And I like the contrast. I hope you enjoy watching. Thank you for joining me again.